Hi everyone, Barbara here from Plant-Based Nutrition Guru. Up next I'll have a Q&A session with Robert from Monkeymind, and we just talk about how we collaborate with each other and with our clients as well to get a holistic idea on how to help people with their diet and their mental well-being. So look out for the video now, and thanks. Bye.
Hi, so this is Barbara and myself. This is a long overdue video that we've wanted to put together. There's already a strong collaboration between the two of us and our different modalities. Myself as a mental health coach and Barbara as a nutritionist specializing in plant-based nutrition. And yeah, this is something we've wanted to do for a long time. And I've got a few questions for you, if that's okay.
Okay. And
I've just scribbled something down on a piece of paper. Not very professional, but just to sort of keep it on point. As a coach myself, I understand the value in guiding a client and helping them achieve their goals. How would somebody benefit from your services?
Okay, so nutrition is very important to me, and it should be important to everyone out there as well.
Sure.
And I'm going to be here to help collaborate with you on your journey to good health. And it's important to me to allow people the opportunity to be the best that they can be.
Of course, I agree with you 100% there. And just another question there. Why a plant-based diet? Why is a plant-based diet better than what many clinicians would refer to as a balanced diet, a healthy balanced diet? If you ever speak to any psychologist out there that knows squat about nutrition, they will automatically come back to what they've heard regurgitates the standard American diet, or maybe not that, but a balanced diet, whatever that might be. I don't know what that is because I don't follow anything like that, but why would a plant-based diet in particular be better than that?
Okay, a plant-based diet is far better than a standard diet. A standard diet, they would basically tell you to include all the food groups, which would include fruit and vegetables, cereals, meats, dairies, and oil. Now, with the plant-based diet, we like to include just mostly fruit and vegetables and some greens. And we feel that's better for your health because it doesn't put as much stress on your digestion. So it all comes down to good digestion. If you have good digestion, that's a great start to being a healthy person.
Okay, look, I agree with you 100%. As I've been living on a plant-based diet for over 5 years now, and I feel 100 times better compared to what I did back then. Even though I'm getting on in my age, I feel younger, I've got a lot more energy, less brain fog that I had before, and I'm accomplishing more in my older years. Okay, how does a high-carb, low-fat plant-based diet help in regards to mental health?
Okay, well, when it comes to high carb, we first have to establish what your definition of high carb is. My definition of high carb refers to the carbohydrates or the fiber that you get from plants, fruits and vegetables. So I wouldn't include breads and cereals or any processed foods like pasta and stuff like that.
So we're referring to simple carbs versus complex.
Natural, something where you can pick it up and you can eat it straight away without cooking or any processing and stuff like that. And low fat as in minimal oils, especially processed oils like cooking oil and stuff like that, is really not healthy, especially when you start cooking foods at a high heat. It's very carcinogenic for your health. It means it's cancer causing.
Sure, and I think it's also self-explanatory, especially when we're talking about a high-fat diet and the implications it has on that person, the effect it has in regards to obesity and a lack of drive and motivation and fatigue and tiredness and everything else, and there's a lot of other complications that come from that.
For sure.
From a high-fat diet.
A lot of lifestyle diseases like obesity, type 2 diabetes, and heart conditions all revolve around high fat and what we're putting into our bodies. And we have to consider that if we're not putting good stuff into our bodies are not going to be able to cope. That if there is a health issue, good food goes a long way in providing the important nutrients that our body needs to survive and thrive.
Sure. So you get out what you put in.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. And why should I work with a nutritionist and not just find the answers online? Just Google it.
Yeah, Google it.
Yeah.
Look, Google can be a very helpful thing, but it can also give you too much information. Information overload can be very overwhelming for some people. And look, it takes a lot of time. And nowadays people don't have a lot of time. They're working long hours, and they want to be able to turn to somebody that helps them along the way. It's like a buddy for them and somebody to be accountable for. And whether you're in a large family or you're a single person, it does help to be able to turn to somebody and say, look, this is a problem I have. I know what to do or even how to go about it, but I just need somebody to chat to about it, and that's where I step in.
Sure. Now for me it's a no-brainer. I mean, having my own personal nutritionist in-house.
Yeah.
So it's definitely, it has its benefits. Okay, so how do I get started?
Okay, so my details will be below. So whether you, as I mentioned before, you know exactly what you need to do, you just need a bit of push in the right direction, or you don't have a clue, I've got all sorts of packages to help you out and get on that step to the right direction. And so initially it would start with a health assessment, which is basically a questionnaire that you would fill out, and then I would be able to see where you are, and then I would offer certain suggestions, and then you can decide from there what packages you would prefer or individual services.
Okay, all right, no, that's great. I think we've covered about just about everything there. And just coming from a sort of a psychological point of view, I can't see one working without the other, and we both agree, and our reason for collaborating is our holistic approach to our modalities.
Definitely.
And I can't see how we can address mental health without addressing diet and even exploring our spiritual side of our beings, of who we are. I don't believe we can deal with one without the other. And I think you feel the same way, and that's why we're having this Q&A right here now. So do you have any questions for me?
I have a few questions for you.
Sure.
Fire away. A lot of people are unsure about the whole mental health issue, and a lot of people aren't talking about it. Only recently it's been more exposed on TV and social media that people need to be talking more about it. Why do you think mental health and looking after your mental health is so important?
Why is it important? Well, our mental health is something that, for one, we all neglect at some point, until there's a problem.
Yeah.
And I think you can identify with that in nutrition as well. And when things do start to go bad, we find we react badly in life. Our relationships go south. All sorts of things go wrong. The way we deal with stress, and how we end up self-medicating, and that comes from ranging from heroin to caffeine.
Yeah.
We all have some form of self-medication, and because we don't know how to deal with some of these emotions that we're experiencing and what we're going through, and especially in men, seeking the help of a therapist is often just not even an option.
Okay, so that comes up to my next question, is how would working with you online be different to working face-to-face? How would that benefit some people?
Yeah, all right. It might not be for everybody. Let me first get that out there. Some people prefer face-to-face, and they feel more comfortable from both parties. My belief and my understanding of the benefits of online counselling specifically would be, first of all, to be able to remain anonymous.
Okay.
Not have to explain to your boss why you need to take time off twice a week or however many times you want to go and visit your therapist. You could do it from the comfort of your own home. You can do it in a relaxed atmosphere. Obviously the affordability is a lot better than having to book with whatever your therapist's qualifications might be, or a mental health coach or psychologist or psychotherapist, or whatever you choose is right for you. And me personally, I have been trained in many of these fields, and I have diplomas with various modalities and schools of thought. I'm specifically focusing on mental health coaching. And when I talk about coaching, I don't want to see myself dictating to my clients or trying to fix them as if they are broken.
Okay.
I have more of a holistic approach.
Yeah.
And I've been influenced a lot from person-centered therapy as such. Although I don't refer to myself as a therapist, more of a coach. And just trying to collaborate with the client and help them find within them what needs to be discovered.
Okay.
And I believe we all have it in ourselves, And there's, like I said, there's various schools of thought out there, like psychodynamics and things like that, where they believe you need to delve right into your childhood or even before that, pre-birth in some instances. And I like to prefer to concentrate on the here and now and work in the here and now, and start off by dealing with stress and stress and reduction of stress.
That's a big thing. And
before going any deeper than that, getting ourselves into a more desired state.
Okay.
And I feel we're able to get a bit further from there.
Okay. Yeah. Now, how do you think? What are some of the things like generally we could do to improve your mental health? Somebody that comes to you and says, "Okay, I need help." Where would you go from there?
Okay, I suppose it would start with that client being willing to talk and willing to open up. When they're ready.
Yeah.
When they're ready to talk and make the necessary changes and adjustments in their life. And it's all about setting and achieving goals and starting off in bite-sized chunks and working your way through, And so I suppose that the first place to start would be a willingness to talk to someone. And coming back to the whole nutritional side of it again, is it's very difficult to see these results, especially with somebody that still has a strong tendency to turn to junk food and comfort food and things like that are doing them so much more harm, physically and mentally, and making that healing process so much more difficult.
Yeah.
So there again, that's where the collaboration comes in, where we can help people from a holistic point of view.
Sure, from all sides. Now, how would a person know if they've got problems? Are there any symptoms or signs where they should realize, okay, I need to seek help?
Yeah. I suppose we all have, to a certain degree, we all have symptoms of some sort. Whether it's a lack of motivation or sadness or fears. I suppose it comes to a point where it's affecting your quality of life.
Okay. And affecting others around you as well.
Yes, and especially if other people pick up certain things in your behavior.
Yeah.
Most of these things will show themselves to us, And if we are struggling with a particular issue, we'll basically know about it. And if not, somebody else will tell us,
Okay, so if somebody needs to get in touch with you, if they think they're having issues or one of their family members are having issues, how would they go about getting in touch with you?
First of all, I just want to reiterate that I'm not a psychologist.
Okay.
So we would start with a free introductory session.
Okay.
And it would work online, usually via email, progressing to maybe what's more comfortable for the client. A lot of them prefer sort of instant messaging, but others do prefer email. And once we're through the first introductory session there, I will then decide whether to carry on there or whether to refer them to a clinician, maybe in regards to psychotherapy or clinical psychology or something like that, if need be.
Okay.
Otherwise, we'll progress from there and work through the issues and start setting goals, and
So there's definitely a progression. Besides for talking about problems or issues, you get them to, as you mentioned, set goals and go through that.
Learning to set and achieve goals. And enjoying that success in progressing.
Yeah.
And a lot of us, when we start out, you asked me just now, what are one of the symptoms of feeling you need to seek help? And one of those things is a sense of feeling stuck.
Okay.
like you're not getting anywhere in life, and you're unable to sort of better yourself or you know, better your environment, or so yeah. And
is there anything else that you wanted to speak about with regards to if anybody is having serious issues and what have you? If they need to contact anybody?
Okay, well basically my details will be linked in the description below. Get hold of me via my website, monkeymind.co.za, and we'll take it from there. So the website's very user friendly, and just go on there and yeah, we'll sort you out. There's another option you will see on my website as well. I have a bookstore there as well.
Okay.
And some people that might not feel at this point that they're ready for sort of one-on-one counselling or coaching, there's a hand-picked bookshop, e-bookshop that I've created there, and that you'll definitely find some gems in there that could help you along.
Cool. Great. Okay. And my website, as I mentioned before, the details are below. If you need any help or if you have any questions or comments, please put them down below and we'll definitely get in touch with you. And yeah, thanks for watching, and it's been great.
Thank you, Barbara.
Have a good day.
Thanks.
Bye.
Cheers.